Hey everyone, it's Brennan. Welcome to my channel and welcome to another video. That was Gizmo, that's her tail. Today we're doing a reading vlog. So let me tell you about the situation that I have found myself in. It's the middle of the week. It is February 9th. Today is Tuesday. I'm off from work and Nick had to go like shadow a surgery. So I'm home alone. It's the 9th of the month and I have not finished one book in February. I've been reading a lot. Let me just tell you about what I have been reading and then what we're going to do. I've been reading Kingdom of Ash by Sarah J. Maas. I'm like 150 pages into this 950 page book, and you know, it's just gonna take me a bit. Like, that's fine. It's just gonna take me a bit to read 1,000 pages. It's okay to admit that. And on Kindle, I've been reading the fourth Zodiac Academy book, Shadow Princess. And it's another really long book. I'm like almost 60% into it though, but I think it's like 700 pages. So I have just started these super long books and I don't know, I guess I'm surprised it's taking me a long time to finish them. So these 2 days, so I'm off today and I'm off tomorrow, and Nick has class tomorrow. So what I'm saying is that I do have school stuff to do, like I have class and I have assignments and stuff, but I want to read some shorter books. Okay, also, I started playing Animal Crossing again. I took like a 6-month sabbatical and now I'm playing Animal Crossing again. So I guess that's why I haven't finished my big chunky books yet either, or finished any book at all in the 9 days of this month so far. It's been 9 days since I finished a book. All that aside, let's get into my TBR for this little vlog. I want to read Get a Life, Chloe Brown by Talia Hibbert. This is on my February TBR. It is Valentine's season and I hear such good things about this book, and the new book in this series, the 3rd book, is coming out next month. So I want to read the 1st book this month. I'll probably read Take a Hint, Danny Brown early in March, and then read the 3rd book, Act Your Age, Eve Brown. And I'll read that in March too. It's the Sugar and Spice book club pick, I do believe. So in this vlog, I'm going to read Get a Life, Chloe Brown, and then also I'm going to read Tessa Bailey's newest little release, The Sweetest Fix. It is I don't know if you would call it a novella, but I have it on Kindle, and I think it's only 200 or so pages. So should not take me long, and by the end of this vlog, hopefully I have 2 books read for February. Which bookmark should I pick though? I try to kind of match them to the cover a little bit of what I'm reading. Maybe this one, or no, definitely this one. I think this one. Hi, I'm sitting in the same spot, but I have an update for you. It's the next day. All I'd filmed yesterday was the like chicken soup that I made, so I'll insert a clip of that. But I did end up reading a little bit yesterday, and I played like a few hours of Animal Crossing. But I read about 80 pages of Get a Life, Chloe Brown, and I haven't talked about what these books are about. This is an adult romance, and we follow our main character, Chloe. She has like a freelance website designing business, and her family is overall very wealthy, and she probably doesn't have to work, but she enjoys kind of like being geeky and doing coding and website design stuff. And in the very first page of this book, she has a little near-death experience, and she's fine though, but it's like it flashes in her mind, what would my eulogy say? And she has decided that her life is boring. She's 31 in this book, and she has dealt her whole life, I mean like at least her whole adult life, with chronic pain. She has fibromyalgia, and so she has good days and she has bad days, but she is done letting that kind of run her life. She does a good job managing it, but she is just deciding to take her life a little bit further. First off, she's going to move out of her parents' house. So she gets an apartment, and her love interest is the apartment superintendent, Red. His name is Redford Morgan, and he's kind of like a grungy, he's not a bad boy, but he has a grungy vibe, as in like tattoos and leather jackets. But he's an artist, and Red has had some domestic, like, abuse in his past. Like, I believe his girlfriend was just, like, very derogatory and mean to him, basically. And he hasn't been selling his paintings, which apparently were very popular. And he's kind of, like, let what other people have said about him get into his mind. But on the outside, he is very cheerful and just, like, easygoing, and everyone in the apartment complex loves him except for Chloe. So they kind of have a little enemies. They start out kind of as enemies. They just, like, it's like when they see each other, they're like sarcastic, aggressive senses of humor kind of come out. But they also had like an instant attraction to each other also. This is really good so far. And my favorite part of this book, though, is the dynamic that Chloe has with her sisters who also have books in this series. They are just so funny. And they're all so different. But seeing them interact with each other, it's really funny. Also, there's a cat in this story now. You can see it on the cover there. Chloe just rescued this cat, and it's a nice addition to this book. So, enjoying this. I have 80 pages. This is close to 400 pages, I think. This is like 370 pages. So, lengthy-ish for a romance book, but I will hopefully finish this in the next couple of days. And then the Kindle book I started this last night. It is The Sweetest Fix by Tessa Bailey. I always do this little motion to insert a picture. So this is short. This is 200 pages. It's cheap on Kindle. I also think it's Kindle Unlimited. And Tessa Bailey wrote Fix Her Up, one of my favorite romances from last year. And this follows our main character. Her name is Reese, and she is 21 years old, and she is a dancer. She lives in Wisconsin, and she hasn't had many like big opportunities. Like, she's been in a couple just like small town shows, I don't know, performances of some sort. And it starts out and she's like dancing at a used car dealership for like their seasonal sale or something really funny. Tessa Bailey's books are funny. But she gets a letter in the mail saying that she's like kind of won this contest to dance for this big New York producer. I don't know dancing terminology. But the letter's like, hey, your audition is tomorrow. And so she misses her audition, and her plan is to meet this producer's son. She doesn't really have intentions right now of weaseling her way into his life, but she is just wanting to go find him and be like, hey, I am desperate, can you help me? I don't know if their meeting is going to be like that. They have not met each other yet in this book, but his name is Leo, and he owns a bakery. So I'm really excited to see how that plays out. The chapter I left off on was like the first chapter from his perspective. Is this in first person? I don't think this is in first person. No, but I'm on chapter 3. What page is this? I'm on page 18 of 202. But it's the first chapter that is from the narrator is looking at him instead of our female character. I don't like our female character very much at the moment. I'm 20 pages in, so I can't say much, but maybe she'll grow on me. When I think of dancing or like female characters, our heroines dancing, it makes me think of Winter from Kill Switch, and that is just like the creme de la creme romance for me. Obviously this is going to be very different. So Reese is 21 and Leo is 28. I feel like that's interesting. I love knowing my characters' ages. That's just like very important to me. So she's young. Okay, so like for adult romances, she's young. And maybe that's making me, I don't want to say not connect with her. I don't know. Like I said, I'm 18 pages in. I can't have many thoughts yet. Also, she met a man dressed like Pikachu in Times Square, and he gave her like life advice. That was funny. But yeah, I hear that Tessa Bailey's steamy dialogue is going to get really good in this book, and I'm excited to read it. It's a good Valentine read. And of course, I will update you as I go along. How is this for a spot for a new vlog update? I like never sit on my bed and do these vlog updates. Gizmo is very into it. She loves bedtime. It is later on Thursday. I think I updated you all yesterday on Wednesday. I'm doing a solid one update a day. I finished The Sweetest Fix by Tessa Bailey last night. It was really good. I gave it 4 stars. So, like I was saying, we follow a dancer and she's missed her audition with this famous choreographer. So she goes looking for his son, just desperately trying to have an opportunity. She's 21, so like Gizmo is bumping into my tripod, which is sitting on a bed. It's a very precarious moment here. So she's 21 and she feels like she's already running out of time because, you know, with dancing, you have a pretty limited window for peaking. At first I was not liking this setup because she was wanting to use our love interest, but as soon as she meets him, she like decides in her head, okay, like I can't go through with this, because she has like this instant attraction to him and she's like, you know, this isn't like me, I don't do this, and then so she doesn't. So like really she never does anything bad, but then she has to like lie to him the whole time that they have this like 2-week New York relationship. So The Sweetest Fix, Leo is a baker. He owns his own bakery in New York and it's pretty successful. And our female character, Reese, goes into his bakery looking for him, but then they end up, you know, having this like really cute interaction. And Leo is a very like quiet, grumpy, keeps to himself kind of guy. And then it like surprises everyone in his bakery when he's like going out of his way to talk to this girl who walks in. And you know, they just have that instant attraction. But The Sweetest Fix. So I keep wanting to say Calla from The Simple Wild. It's not her. Reese, our dancer. She kind of digs Leo into I don't want to say digs him into a hole, but his bakery team latches onto this idea to do a Sweetest Fix Valentine's Day marketing thing where you submit information about yourself and about your loved one, and then Leo picks the perfect cake pop flavor for your loved one for Valentine's Day. And that kind of takes off, and Reese ends up helping him with this project because it was kind of her idea. Anyway, their romance ensues, and I liked this. This was 200 pages. Very quick, very short, sweet Valentine's read. The thing, though, there's one thing in this story, and it is just the writing that I do not like, I don't vibe with. Oh, also, do you like my new sweatshirt? It's from Old Navy, and it says just vibing. So what I don't vibe with in this story, though, is at the ends of some of the chapters, Tessa Bailey would do this thing, and I don't like it in any book that I read, but it's like I highlighted it because it sticks out to me so much. She would say something like, and this character didn't know that it was just the beginning, or little did Leo know that their time was coming to an end, and just things like that. Like, just don't put that sentence there. Just don't do that. It's just like so vague and foreboding, and like we already know, so you don't have to tell us what we know already. Does that make any sense? I just really don't like that. And the other book that sticks out to me is Daughters of the Lake by Wendy Webb. It would do stuff like that. Like, little did she know that there was actually a ghost sitting at the end of her bed. Little did he know that blah blah blah. And in my vlog when I read that book, I ranted about that for probably 10 minutes and just ended up cutting it out completely because it was too much. It was too much. Yeah, but Tessa Bailey did that in this book, and I didn't like that. But I gave this 4 stars. Otherwise, Tessa Bailey's books get really pretty super steamy, and we're here for it. I enjoy that. It was a great Valentine's read, like I said. Okay, Get a Life, Chloe Brown. I've been reading this, and it is good so far too. I'm about 110. I'm on page 110, and it was so funny because I stopped reading this at about page 80, and then when I picked it back up today to keep going, it's like boom, it was on a steamy moment, and not even like a coupley steamy moment, but like it was a chapter with red, and it was just like, ooh, things are intense. Things just got really sexually intense. And it was great to pick up. Great to pick up and start there. Right now they are knocking off her, I don't know if I've said this, but after she had her near-death experience, she made a list of things that she wants to do, and one of them is to ride a motorbike. I should say this is British, so there are like British terms in here. Anyway, they are knocking off her ride a motorbike desire, and it's fun. And we have kind of gotten like some, Red had like a little flashback of like some, I guess you would call it verbal abuse. I mean, it's definitely verbal abuse from his past girlfriend. And so I'm just enjoying learning about our characters and seeing them do things together and just learn about each other and have a good time. This is good. I will see if I can finish this. Full disclosure, I only worked half a day today, but I had to be at work early at 7 this morning. And we had an ice storm overnight. I'll insert like a little clip of my walk back from work. Anyway, I came home and I took a nap. I napped from like 4 to 6:30. Did I nap that long? Maybe it was like 4:30 to 6:30. Wow, I napped for like 2 hours. I haven't taken a nap in forever, but you know, now it's like 9 o'clock. It's 9:14. Does that even show up? I don't know if I've ever shown my phone screen on here. And I'm doing a little bit of homework, but I can also read some. Oh, okay. So what I think would be so fun is if I showed you my vinyl collection that I have just started accumulating. Doesn't that sound fun? I think that sounds really fun. So I have a few vinyl records. My very best friend in the world, Jordan, I'll insert a picture of us last year at our birthday because we are Pisces twins. But he is my brother-in-law, basically. Anyway, he got me a record player, but not before I accumulated a bunch of records anyway. So let me show you. Do you like how Gizmo is just sitting here like she's just part of the show too? She's the best part of the show. Okay, so I feel like this little, I keep adjusting my tripod. I hope this clip is not like unusable. I think this will be a good description of my personality, showing you some of my music taste. And these are all albums that I like enough to buy on vinyl. So we'll start out with Taylor Swift's Folklore album. This is the In the Trees version. I also really like the Betty's Garden version, but that's particular. So we have this. Oh, I'm gonna tell you my favorite song on each of these too. That will be so fun. On Folklore, my favorite song is probably Exile, but I also really love Invisible String. So yes, Folklore. I've been listening to this some today. I just set up my record player today. Thanks, Jordan, if you're watching this. Okay, and now another record I've been listening to today is Seether's. This is in Latin. Sis vis pacem parabellum. I think it means if you want peace, expect war, or something like that. This is their newest release, and my favorite song on here is Can't Go Wrong. So, very different from Taylor Swift, but we have variety in our life. What's life without some variety? Also, like, is that album cover not just amazing? And can I show you quickly how pretty the records are? They're like red and crackled. Oh, that's so pretty on camera. I hope it looks as good as it does in the viewfinder. And then I also got a copy of the Seether Finding Beauty in Negative Spaces. And is this just not like so iconic for Seether? Okay, and then let me show you how pretty these ones are too, because the color of these vinyls is just to die for. So pretty. So these are the 3 vinyls I've been listening to today. Big pivots between Taylor Swift and Seether, but you know, that's just who I am. Also, I had this haircut when I was a child, so my favorite song on this album, okay, so like for nostalgia's sake, I have to say Fake It, but also I really love Rise Above This. Yeah. Oh my gosh, and Walk Away from the Sun is on this one too. And Six Gun Quota. All of those are very good. I'm just, you know, I had my emo phase and it wasn't a phase, and here I am today. So Missio's Can You Feel the Sun album, I really like, is Vagabond on here? I really like Vagabond, and Can You Feel the Sun is good too. But probably Vagabond. I like Vagabond a lot. Really great song. Wolves is on there too. Okay. I also got Missio's Loner album. This one still has the plastic on it, so you might not can see it very well. You can see my camera though very well in this. That's my GoPro. My favorite song on here is probably Bottom of the Deep Blue Sea. Is Twisted on here? I don't think Twisted's on here. But yes, Twisted is on here. That's another good one. Some faves. I got Matt Mason's Bank on the Funeral, and my favorite song on here definitely is Hallucinogenics, but like that's probably everyone's favorite song. So I also like Go Easy a lot too. Yeah, another album cover that I love. Another reason that I wanted these on vinyl is because I can have really big album covers. I got AWOL Nation's Megalithic Symphony. My favorite song on here is 100% Jump on My Shoulders, but also I love Kill Your Heroes. And like Sail is on this album, so you know, a fan favorite. And then I also got their Run album. Spoiler alert, I got every AWOL Nation album that's out. My favorite song on here is probably Woman, Woman. I also like People, Like Plastic. And then their Here Come the Runts album. My favorite song is probably every song on here. This is probably my favorite album of theirs. I love 7 Sticks of Dynamite. I love Cannonball. I love My Molasses. I love Tall Tall Tale. I love Handyman. I love Jealous Buffoon. You know, it's just a good album. And the last album I have is their newest release, The Angel Miners and the Lightning Riders. And my favorite song on here is, I've probably listened the most to probably Half Italian, but also Mayday, Fiesta Fever, and Radical. Oh no, I lied. Radical's my favorite song on here, especially their version with Group Love. Yeah, so there's a quick little vinyl haul collection for you. I've been enjoying that a lot. Yes, so I'm not going to put like a date time limit on this vlog, but I will probably wrap it up when I have finished Get a Life Chloe Brown. Hello, I am here to quickly wrap up this vlog very fast. It is Saturday morning, a very beautiful cold Saturday morning, and I'm about to go to work, but I finished Get a Life Chloe Brown last night and I slept on it. And at first I kind of wanted to give this 3 stars because like it was fine, it was good, but I think I'm going to give it 4 stars just because I really appreciate how healthy this romance was and how each of our main characters, Chloe and Red, were trying to actively better themselves and just ended up with each other as they were trying to better themselves. I really liked that. But my reservations, so like I'll probably give this like a 3.5 and round up to a 4 on Goodreads. I just wasn't like totally sucked into this story. Like it didn't keep me engrossed like flipping the pages, but I still really liked it and had a good time reading it. What else did I want to say? I would totally recommend this, especially if you're like new to adult romance. I think this is a really good place to start, and I am really excited to read the rest of the books in this series. I have Take a Hint, Danny Brown, and then the new book comes out next month in March. So a good read. And do I have anything else to say? I really liked Chloe's grandma as a character. She's really cool. I think she's kind of like bisexual, or maybe she's a lesbian. I don't know. She has like a cute little romance with her yoga instructor, and there's just some really, really good, I don't know, I guess you would call it representation of different people in this story, like with Chloe's chronic illness and Red's experience with domestic, I keep saying domestic, I guess that's what you would call it, domestic verbal abuse from his previous girlfriend. That was interesting, and he like touches on things that he learns in therapy. Like, this is a really good, real life, wholesome yet steamy romance. So thank you for watching this vlog. Took a little bit longer to film than I wanted, but you know, things don't always go as planned. Anyway, thank you for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you in my next one.